I'm Colin.
I'm Andrew.
Welcome back to 8-Man Football Bracketology
2022.
District 1 will start their week 1 off with Archie High School and Drexel High School, both having bye weeks, with the matchups of Greenfield High School versus Rich Hill High School, Liberal High School versus Appleton High School, College Heights Christian High School versus Osceola High School, and Lockwood High School versus Jasper High School. In the matchup between Greenfield High School and Rich Hill High School, the most likely victor can be up to anything, as their records are just one game apart from Greenfield's 2-7 record and Rich Hill's 1-8 record. It seems like it may be anybody's game, but based between their placements in the district, it is most likely for Greenfield to come up out as the victor. In the matchup between College Heights High School and Osceola High School, it is more likely for College Heights to come out of this game as the victor due to their better records throughout the district and the season. Moving to the quarterfinals, we have Greenfield facing the number 1 seed of the district, being Archie. In their matchup, Archie will easily pull off a victory as their statistics in every category are much higher than Greenfield's, leaving them in the dust. Next, we have the matchup of Liberal High School and Appleton City. The most likely victor, despite being ranked lower in the district, would be Appleton City, as they have higher stats and a better streak than Liberal does. After that, there is the matchup between College Heights and Drexel High School. The likely victor would be Drexel, as they are seeded second in the district and overall have a much would be Drexel, as they are the second seeded in the district and overall have a much better record and stat chart than their opponent. Finally, we have the matchup of Lockwood High School and Jasper High School. The most likely victor of this game would be Lockwood, as they have much better statistics than Jasper and have had less likely chance of losses. Moving on to the district semifinals, we have 2 games. The matchup between Archie and Appleton City will most likely be a blowout in Archie's favor, as they have had perfect record this season and overall have better stats than Appleton City. Next, we have the matchup of Drexel High School and Lockwood High School. In their fight, Drexel would most likely come out on top, as they have better statistics than Lockwood in both district ranking and overall season record. Then we move on to the district championship, where we have Drexel and Archie facing off against each other to see who would advance to the state semifinals. In their matchup, it may start as a very close game, but Archie will most likely pull out the victory, as they still have a perfect record compared to Drexel, and they have better statistics throughout the district.
In the first seed, we will have St. Paul Lutheran, which will have a bye in the first round. In the second seed, we will have North Shelby. In the third seed, we will have Sweet Springs. And in the fourth seed, we will have Santa Fe. The first round, which will take place this Friday, will be Knox County versus Hughesville, and Concordia will be playing Keatsville. The prediction for that game is that with Concordia winning, then which will be playing North Shelby, then Norborn. After those 2 games we predict that North Shelby and Sweet Springs will play each other. Knox County versus NW Hughesville will lose to Knox County. Then Knox County will play St. Paul Lutheran, and we predict that Knox County will lose to St. Paul Lutheran because of how many losses Knox County already has. Santa Fe and Schuyler County. Santa Fe will lose because of the ranking differences, St. Paul Lutheran and Schuyler County, and we predict that St. Paul Lutheran, because of the fact that they are ranked first in the district. North Shelby and Sweet Springs will fight to be in the finals, and we predict that North Shelby will win and they will play St. Paul Lutheran in the finals. So we predict that St. Paul Lutheran will win this game because of St. Paul's already had beat North Shelby once with a score of 52-24. St. Paul Lutheran will advance to the state semifinals.
In District 3 for the district first round, DeKalb and Southwest Livingston will play each other, and we believe DeKalb will win and move on to the quarterfinals. For the district quarterfinal game, DeKalb will move on and play Oric. We believe Oric will win. In the district quarterfinal game against Bramer and Stewartsville, we believe Bramer will win the game. The next game is between Bishop LeBlond and St. Joe Christian, and we believe LeBlond will win. The last game of the district quarterfinals against King City and Pattonsburg, we will believe King City will win. Moving on to the district semifinal, the game against Bramer and Oric, we will believe Oric will win because Oric has more athletic ability and work better as a team. The other district semifinal game against King City and LeBlond, we will believe that King City will win because King City is bigger and faster. And the district championship against Oric and King City, the district championship is King City.
In round 1 of the 2022 District 4 bracket, number 8, Stanberry. Stanberry has a very good backfield. They are very fast and can beat anyone off of the edge. Versus number 9, Nottoway Valley. Nottoway Valley has a decent team, just cannot top off the games and get the win. Number 7, South Holt. South Holt has a team that has not had the best season so far, but they could maybe have a good run. Number 10, Mound City. Mound City is far from where they were a few years ago, but maybe they could have a different story in the playoffs. In the 2022 district quarterfinals, number 1, North Andrew. North Andrew has a very good offense and defense. They have a total of 3,592 yards this season versus number 8, Stanberry. Number 4, East Atchison. East Atchison has one of the fastest running backs in the state. They have a very good team versus number 5, Albany. Albany is another top team in the state. They have a very good run game and pass game, as well as a very good middle linebacker. Number 2, Platte Valley. Platte Valley has a good run and a very good rush game this year with 2,273 rushing yards, and their best running back is out for a few weeks. They will play number 7, South Holt. Number 3, Worth County. Worth County has a bunch of studs on their team, and they're very, very well coached. Number 6, Rockport. Rockport has a very good team that can give teams fits and could possibly have a big run in the playoffs. The district semifinals. Number 1 will play number 5, Albany. Number 2, Platte Valley will play number 3, Worth County. District champs. Number 1, North Andrew will play number 2, Worth County. State semifinals. Number 1, North Andrew versus number 1, Albany. State. Number 1, North Andrew versus King City. That is what we think so far off of this year.
It is now time for the state semifinals. The final 4 teams are Archie, St. Paul Lutheran, King City, and North Andrew.
Our first matchup is going to be St. Paul Lutheran versus King City. St. Paul Lutheran has a very good run offense, but we predict that they will lose to King City because King City has a very good D-line, which will combat the run offense.
Our next matchup is North Andrew versus Archie. North Andrew has a very well-rounded team, and their defensive line will be very important to stop Archie's run game. But we predict that North Andrew will beat Archie in the state semifinal game.
Now it's time for the state championship game. In our state championship game, we have King City versus North Andrew. King City and North Andrew have played week 1, and North Andrew took the win. Both teams have a very good defensive line, and both teams have a similar play style on defense, and North Andrew has the #1 rushing offense in the state, which will be hard for King City's D-line to stop, but King City has a very good D-line. But in the end, we predict out of both the teams that North Andrew will take the state title this year. I'm Colin.
I'm Andrew.
Best of luck to all 8-man teams this year in the playoffs.